Here we are.
Here we are. How are we doing?
Let's just look at this list. Oh yeah, this is a good one.
Let's hear it.
This is not the kind of thing we would talk about on the Juby Show, and it's not even the kind of thing I particularly feel like talking about right now. But
we will, maybe?
Well, why not?
Potentially?
Why not? Why not
We might
talk
talk
about it?
about
Let's
it.
just talk about
See
it.
what happens.
Yesterday when I was taking the bus downtown, a lot of times I'll take the bus downtown, especially now that I'm disabled and it's difficult for me to walk anywhere. I was taking the bus downtown, and I was doing some deep breathing exercises, diaphragmic breathing, and it was going nicely. Sometimes I have some pretty nice times when I'm having my deep breathing exercises on the bus ride. Anyway, as I was doing this, I closed my eyes just to relax. And I was riding that bus, and I was doing my deep breathing, and I entered, what do you call it? I mean, I don't know, what do you call it?
The forbidden zone.
I entered the forbidden zone. I mean, I was in that place that people talk about, but you hardly ever get to actually experience it. In the sense that, well, for a minute I was confused, and I thought I was asleep or had been asleep, and I realized I was not asleep. I was just doing these breathing exercises, right? And
You're doing it right, apparently.
I was doing it right. It was really nice. I was doing it. I explained this pretty eloquently to Alyssa yesterday, but I don't remember what I said. Anyway, it boiled down to.
It's just a perfect explanation for this.
Oh, thanks. This is exactly the sort of thing that I would never, ever discuss on the Juby Show. It's just not appropriate material for the Juby Show. Because it's about how I entered a state of bliss in my own mind, or whatever it is, on the bus, and how I was aware of there being other people on the bus, getting on and off the bus, and occasionally I would open my eyes just for a second, I don't know why, I just would, but I wasn't looking at the people in particular or paying attention to who was getting on and off the bus. I was just there, existing on the bus, but I felt just this overwhelming sense of love for everyone else on the bus, all the people around me. Yeah. Like when exactly. This is me, most hateful misanthropic. Oh, it's making your skin crawl, right?
I can't imagine.
You can't imagine, right? But I did. I was like, it was like how they talk about in books and such. It was like living your life in the moment without all the baggage, that defines who you are, who you think other people are, what all your presumptions and assumptions and predetermined relationships with and to your surroundings. It was like just existing with all that stupid garbage just momentarily removed, and it was so nice.
How long did it last?
Oh, probably just a couple minutes, not long, but I mean,
It didn't seem like a long time.
Right, when you're in it, it seemed like a long time, and the effect, the afterglow, I guess you could say, the afterglow lasted, like after I got off the bus and I was walking through downtown and so on, and I felt like such goodwill towards all the people that I saw, and yeah, it's so foreign to me, really, because usually I see people and I'm like, get away from me, but for whatever reason, I think we might know the reasons, but I was I felt nice. I felt
nice.
Felt like a nice person, and I had nice feelings in my heart for the strangers who I saw walking around on the sidewalk. And I was grinning because I felt happy, and I could tell that the strangers were reacting positively to the state that I was in, and that made me happy, and it made me wish.
Feedback loop.
Yeah, feedback loop, exactly. Because that's what life's like. If you could only get it going in that good level, if you could just keep it there. But you can't. Nobody can.
If anybody tells you that you can, they're lying to you.
Well, have you ever seen anybody do it? I mean, there's some hippy dippy new agers who walk around all.
Yeah. Oh man. Sometimes I see people and they're like, all the time.
Yeah, and that's a little scary.
Yeah.
Although at the same time, if you're that happy all the time, it's probably worth the trade-off. I
You
mean,
can't even stop.
yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Like Mountain Dew says,
Just
do it. Cha-ching! Product placement. Oh, yeah. That's how we get the bills paid.
Do you know what you did?
What do you mean?
Do you know how you? Do you know how you did it?
Do you know how I did it? Well, it was I mean, it was a meditative, deep breathing exercise technique that I have occasionally found to be extremely effective and helpful. Usually not. I did it a little bit riding the bus today, but I mean, it was nothing. Like it wasn't even in the same ballpark. I don't know why it happened. I just sometimes my brain works just right. Most of the time, it works just wrong. But
Just wrong.
sometimes it works just right. And for a few minutes yesterday, it was working very nicely. So thanks for that, brain. We all had a nice time. I loved my fellow human beings, which is so uncommon. Jake's still cringing. He can't get over it. It's true. Oh,
What?
we're running out of